Everyone on flight Iranga 001. This is your captain speaking. We are currently cruising at an airspeed of 400 miles per hour. The weather looks good. We are expecting to land soon. Do take with you some light snack and Mountain Dews. Sit back and enjoy the PMGC finals. Thank you.
And there you go. Let's go. Iranga, game number 1. PMGC 2020 finals. Game 1. Let's go, Iranga.
We're looking at a lot of teams seems to be comfortable with some spots, but the circle will be called it for judgment drop for these guys. Apparently, a bobsleigh dropped right in the middle of the circle, while the others quite comfortable where they were and at now. Yes, 9 will be taken by 4 a.m., but we know 4 a.m. is never a problem for them ever to actually walk into the circle and be at the center of it when they need it to be.
Yep, they always like to move in from the outer side of the circle and coming in a bit later. So that's what I noticed about the trend of 4 a.m. And they have been doing that since the league stages and up to the finals. But of course, obviously, it worked for them in the league stages, being our league champions, ladies and gentlemen. So, well, if it's not broken, don't fix it, they say.
If you fix it, what will happen if you actually fix it? I don't think nothing happened. Well, sometimes when you fix it, it's getting more broken than it was before, right?
Yeah, that's why they call it. There's another saying to it: don't reinvent the wheel. Like they got the wheel already. Like 4 a.m. for now, I think they have the wheel. Just don't reinvent it. I think right now, as long as it still works for them, they don't need to go back to the drawing board. And even look at this, the stats. The win percentage in Iranga favors towards 4 a.m. with 22.2%.
Pretty much are the kings of Irangal for now, but hopefully some team will snatch that away. Speaking of NAVI here, they surprises most of us with 13.3% at second place win rate in Irangal. I can say they are one of the European teams that are performing quite well, and hopefully we're going to see it will be another Asian team, it will be another Southeast Asian teams that actually conquered this tournament, or will it be finally coming up from the Western region or even the Europeans taking it away? Because NAVI seems to be they're adapting quite well, improvising so much that we are hoping to see something new from them.
Yep, NAVI during the league stages, they almost didn't make it. If we were to recall, they almost didn't make it into the grand finals. But now that they've gotten their spot into the grand finals, even to them it's like, okay, you think that we are here just because we almost make it and because we are lucky and all that? No, they stepped up. Day number 1, they've shown why they deserve a slot in the grand finals, which is to me personally as well, it's a very pleasant surprise that we see a big powerhouse name in the world of esports, NAVI, doing well in the first day of the grand finals. Now, again, it's of course coming back to, can they hang on to their performance? Can they actually jack up their performance to catch up to the top spot in this grand finals? 3 more days to go, including today. Let's see how it goes, Chuchu.
That's very true. That's very true. But speaking of a powerhouse, we talked about Nova before. Nova SQF, they are one of the world best back then. And Power Boy, I have to say, he has a lot of fans, trust me. But in the meantime, we're not looking at them like how they were in week 1 of the regular season. Seems to me they are quite descending when it comes to their performance and not as good as before. I was hoping for them to actually explode or surprise us, or, you know, just be different than they were in the regular seasons coming up from second to third week. But coming up for RQ Athena, this is the team that had a bit of, I say, roller coaster ride for them. When they swapped out Senior with Beer before, they kind of have different dynamics for RQ Athena. It took them quite a while to actually get the chemistry that have been waiting for, which is now, I think they got the chemistry right in the middle of the regular seasons, where they kind of swap in between for Senior to play again, but that kind of equalizes their chemistry, and hopefully for this time around, they are working well than before, because back then when I knew them, they kind of have, during the Southeast Asia Championship, they had a bit of communications issue. We saw how they were really a bit, I say, overwhelmingly sad because of their performance. They're not doing as well as they were before. So if only they are as strong as they were back then, it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, what I do notice about RRQ Athena is that yes, they've been swapping in and out. Ernie, one of the key players, definitely for RRQ Athena, 7 kills so far with 1,352 total damage, and of course 176 longest distance kill. So RRQ Athena, they are sort of like still okay. Let's try and fine tune things. But what's good about RRQ Athena is that if one player doesn't have a good day, the other players they can sort of back up each other. So it's like when we saw G9 in the PMWL, he was phenomenal, and he
Yeah.
really carried out his team. But after that, during the PMGC League, he kind of fall off a bit. But his other teammates, Beer, Ernie, stepped up and covered it back up. And from then on, RQ Athena, they still maintain that sort of top spot there. But for all of them deactivated.
Oh well, a couple of tap coming up from footballers here, just letting arrow with limits to past and just going through that easily, passing the bridge, just go over the other side of the island. We'll have Kanina Power right now, they're trying to migrate towards the center of the circle. Speaking of RQ, right? That kind of remind me of how they are actually one of the very few teams that's starting off the strategy of 1-1-1-1 formation. But now jumping to Kanina Power Exer with 3 total assists, 1,000 over heals, with a lot of contribution towards the team. That's going to be 17% from this guy. So they have to make sure he survives as long as possible to keep the boat afloat.
But talking about some other location, interesting there. Let's see what happens to RRQ Athena. Smoke's coming up here. Looks like KDA is close by with them, but I don't think they're going to make any big moves for now. It's still really early in the game. One more thing I noticed, Chuchu, is that Bigatron Red Aliens make a switch. So Micro Boy isn't playing this time, but it's a debut for Liquid in the big stage today.
I'm looking for his performance. I haven't seen him playing that much. We've seen a lot of micro boys did a lot of, I say, especially when it comes to supporting the twins. He has been always there, and now we're back to as a digital athletics, and hopefully they will trying to force this fight because we have been waiting for any fight to happen. 16 teams still intact. None of any players will be dished out towards the lobby just yet. And while DJ Athletics are separated into 2-2 formation, they are waiting for RQ to take up the bait, while A1 will migrate, jumping from one compound to the other just to make sure they got all their loots upgraded to take just an extra precaution steps for any fight ahead, which going to be Zeus a belly shooting up from the high mountains of nearby ruins. I think it's going to be a tough time for A1 to actually spot him out for now.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be easy if you're from the bottom trying to spot up from the top. Abeli is still putting pressure onto other teams trying to make those rotations into the zone. And of course, a very interesting location that they have gotten themselves into. Abeli, the only one though, on top of the hill for now. And A1 Esports.
And then the thing is, Cloud, the circle, the next circle is kind of centralized for the players. I mean, it feels like day one circle again.
Yeah, it feels like deja vu again for this kind of circle, right? But oh, hang on a second, Chuchu. We can see now A1's going towards Zeus, and now Zeus being hunted down by A1 that's trying to take over this compound, and now Joel is in trouble. He jumps out from the top floor back down. Can he get into safety? This will be the question. And now A1 Esports took over the entire building, but Dewey has been knocked out by Matoy and finished off by Matoy in another location.
Oh, but that Molotov he was holding, and even when he was jumping, he will never let go of that Molotov. Not even swap into his weapons. While Zeus finally starting to get a bit heated up against A1 Dante, waiting around the corner of the compound here, waiting in the building, hoping somebody will cross into his crosshair, waiting for the victim, while the rest of them are segregated into different houses. For Zeus, they're trying to corner A1 as much as possible, but A1 trying to just get back at their tails here. So Zeus are not aware some of the members from Zeus is actually coming up from the front side. Godless trying to get with the micro Uzi. Where are the whereabouts of A1? It's kind of hard to locate the position. One nade been dropped by Dante, not clipping anybody just yet. Still try to spot out where are the rest of Zeus, while Sinister and also Jets coming out from different sides here. They're split into 2-2 formation. And CY try to spot out Dante. I think he kind of got 2 members of A1 position for now.
Yep, he got 2, but the other 2, probably he doesn't have that information just yet. But A1, now with this sort of split, is really, really good, what I can say. But actually, they kind of counter out each other. If we look at Abeli's position on top of the rooftop as well, he has a good view of A1. Now he's going to cook up another nade, going to toss it over. Will it be a Kobe? Probably not yet. Yeah, it's just a little bit too short there.
If only he just threw inside of the window, then probably it's going to be something magical happen. But no, not yet. Well, it's going to be a stalemate for A1 and also Zeus. We're talking about around the corner. 4 a.m. seems to be approaching Gatka as well. So if they are extending this fight way too long, 4 a.m. will be the third party taking the advantage of this situation. And talking about that, Savan already with Mini 14 there, try to snipe it out from this distance. Try to poke their damage a bit here and there, making Zeus confused who shot them from the back, and they kind of get sandwiched between these two teams here. Zeus have to figure things out quite fast. If not, they will no have exit out all the way, and it's going to be really tough to be the first team to be out.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be the first team to be out. It can really hinder your momentum for the next few rounds. But then again, the third circle will be shown to us, ladies and gentlemen. And most of the teams are currently still in the circle. And those on the outside, I can roughly see, well, they'll probably have a good entry into the circle. But this is the big question now. Zeus Esports, how are they going to get out of this? In front of them, A1. Behind them, 4 a.m. You don't want to be in their position for now.
Yeah, they are having a better odds against A1, but RQ! Yes, rushing the Nova SQX G9, my goodness me. He happened to be trying to scout things out for the team, but apparently lost his life as well. Nova SQF kind of happy with the extra 1 kill for now, but the rest of RQ are aware and alert about the whereabouts of Nova SQF for now, and they are more than happy to take the fight to just get the revenge out of G9. Jimmy, on the other hand, kind of want to rush in, but at the same time, if they're not too careful, it's going to be one more team behind them. Abrupt Slay is taking the advantage. While talking about Navi just now, at 4 a.m. is not going to be a peaceful day for them, because apparently if they try to sandwich another team, which is going to be Zeus, in the middle, we have one more team behind them, Navi, tailing them very closely, making sure they will never lose the side of 4 a.m., one of the biggest giants, aggressive team for now.
Yep, 4 a.m. definitely the team that we want to keep an eye on. Navi as well, another team that has risen. And we'll need to wait and see how they perform. But here we are back at Zeus Esports, and A1 still at the Mexican standoff. And of course, it doesn't help that they are in the zone. So it will be still waiting until the next zone. We'll see how it goes. But here is the comparison damage between these two teams. So A1 Esports getting a little bit more over Zeus in terms of their total team damage. But when it comes to average ranking, yeah, they're pretty much the same. So as they call it, well, if they're the same, well, then they kind of like push each other away and not really killing each other for now. But nevertheless, we may see a fight during the fourth circle onwards.
We're done with the teams that kind of sandwiching each other just now, but jumping into PW 888 at the edge of the circle on the northern side. We have Team Secret. Montoy got himself 1 kill for now, helping a lot, contributing towards the team points. But will they stay here for too long? We're talking about them not being at the center of a circle, kind of at the edge of it, and we do know that that circle will not encircling them for the fourth one. And when it comes to the fourth circle, the fourth place is the most crucial for the players and teams to place themselves in the very, very prime position, because we do know every ticks of the HP going down is going to be more than before. And even the fourth circle, band-aids won't help you that much anymore. And football is round now with the Scar L trying to go for higher ground, elevated places to see a wider view, getting a wider vision for the relaying information towards the team. So apparently he's trying to scout things out, and the teams are moving based on his calls, I guess. And Ram will try to find another new place to go through. And currently, yep, that just happened. It's a really dark. Okay, we're back. So backpack footballers, they are actually will be clipped by the blue very soon if they not actually get into the circle for the next 20 seconds. They're playing a bit of risky play, but it's gonna be worthwhile if they know where to land themselves onto. While on the side of Bigatron Ray Aliens, they move as a 2-vehicle, 3-person in one UAZ. I don't think that's a good idea, but on A1 and 2 side, it's still going for the longest time ever for this vessel to actually have the fruit at the end of it. Okay, the 4 AM start to fight against footballists first, even though they have another fight right in front of them, but they are in this area for the not far. Pubg there for now, footballists, Rovers, and he just ran away from there. None of the tabs are connecting so far. They're going to be alive for the next couple of minutes. For now, on the side of Zeus, they still got cramped in this house, nowhere to get out. They have been probably staying themselves over welcome in this area. And now Canina Power start to fight as well. Extra with a D28 covered with smoke for now, having no vision on where are the enemies, where are the tabs coming out from, and Renore tapping out in a mini 14. Canina Power will be their next target, but he's kind of out in the open, and this is kind of risky for Renore, giving out too much information to it. Canina Power's Black-White with only 2 of them at that side. I'm kind of surprised they haven't been ambushed yet by now. Zeus Gauntlets try to toss away any utilities they have in hand, while A1 finally start to make a move, but I'm not sure where and they go into the oh my god, too much micro using in his hand will not help him for now.
Oh my goodness, now the siege is starting to happen. Abeli starting to come in for another angle, but it's big coming out for Abeli. Abeli looks like the first team to be out is Zeus Esports. Now we can see that footballists looks like they're going to move forward here, and they're probably going to take advantage of the situation. They saw that the fight has stopped, and now no one is trying to tap away from a long range. Can he actually take over here and take a couple of kills there? But nope, no kills still just yet. But they get Zoxy as well as Ryzer. Looks like they've been knocked down. Oh, another angle. Oh my goodness. Oh, biggest on Red Aliens. Looks like they got 3 knockdowns there. Another angle there.
No, but it's not done yet. Entering themselves against A1. For now, A1 still their members are being knocked down. They are bleeding out. Nobody gonna save them. But two separated for Sinister to help Dante. It's gonna be almost an impossible mission because all of the other Nova. And Nova probably will be knocked down as well. That's gonna be their pillar taken down. Probably is one of the most crucial members for Nova SQF. And the first team to be out. And one of the first few stories, we only have 13 teams left. 14 plays. Bigatron Raid Aliens. What happened?
What happened indeed? Oh my goodness. We saw the kill fade ran, nades happening, and then all of a sudden Bigatron Red Aliens is out. But then again, Salim looks like he's been knocked down by UI and Silas taking out Rex as well. And Rex have been taken out as well from this round. But we can see here that Silas trying to find his target there. He is right inside. They know he's there, but they can't do anything. They can't find the right angle. He is still alive. We only about 10% of have that Silas. He can't go right in front. No, he'll be caught up here. Another team waiting right in front. But he tries to take that risk, and he managed to get that one knockdown, and Silas takes out eye shots from Team Secret.
Not just that, he got himself quite a decent upgrade of loot just now. Yuhai, he cannot help his teammate even though he's far apart. They are very segregated for the Team Secret side. And Alpha 7 out in the open. Navi has the compound for themselves, but a couple of members being knocked out. Abrupt players start to move. And RQ behind them. 4 AM now will approach as well, but Nova SQF, they almost lost Arrowboy, but they managed to revive him. But Cowboy, first too cool with a lot of taps, a lot of pressure coming out. It's only exploding for the data. He needs to crouch down. He has nowhere to go. He can only have that data to actually take covers. But this is an open field, too much of a plain, very plain field. And hopefully he gets frozen. Will be a Kobe. Cowboy got shots all angles. It's in the middle of a street. How did he survive this long?
How did he survive it? Oh, wait, what? 4 a.m. They've been eliminated at 13 plays. My goodness, that's a story that people wouldn't expect. But then again, this PUBG Mobile, anything can happen. Exa at the same time been knocked down in another angle. And Ernie as well has been taken out through an explosion. Ernie has been finished off by Old Boy. So NAVI securing another kill for their team. But Jari has been taken out by Beer and Paraboy. Guess what, another angle. And look at this aura kill. Athena is out at 12 plays. The Killfish just running nuts here, Choo Choo.
Is just slay party and massacres coming out. Look at the southern side of the circle. Too many colors, too many teams are actually occupying this area. We're talking about one team taken down by the other team. It's fighting against another different team. Now the match tries to get down power PI. And there you go, he finally secures one. He tries to get one more. DD20, one of the hardest free call for him to shoot at a very long distance, but he managed to control the barrels so well, control the recoil at his best. But Alpha 7 is just across them. And they are not taking the fight what's in front, they're taking the fight with the furthest, and the furthest one is taking down by the Flag Queen actually trying to find one more with the AK right now on the side of Nova. They are the one that actually in the middle of all the teams outside. Couldn't have power frames and try to help his teams. Only have a couple of things to actually take covers from. No vegetation in between. Only one vehicle to stand in the way from the opponents. While Team Secret Genes still have a lot of members alive and well, we're talking about all these teams we are watching right now, not in the middle of a circle. So like it or not, they have only 20 seconds to think about their survival next.
Looks like he's been knocked down by Cool Boy. Can he continue to survive this? Can his teammates actually picking out? Gonzo, unfortunately, will be out. Cool Boy finishing out and a grenade kill by Cool Boy. Another tapping. Oh my goodness. Such a good tap here. Taking Frozen now. And Frozen looks like he'll be freezing back into the lobby.
XLR really... Oh boy, getting that free kills. Now NAVI stands in top 10. We have 10 teams, 24 players still. While Silas did the Athletics, he's still in the small fight in the middle of nowhere. And nothing to get rush in. They did the Athletics, place themselves at top 10. They were number one. But now they had the hot chip based on the position they got themselves into Alpha 7. Fight against NAVI while Team Secret try to stay in this hut, getting themselves the loot at top 2. That's what at first place. Eliminated next at 9 plays.
But a hardship of the charts, it could possibly happen here, Choo Choo. And now, Secret Gen, they managed to get into the circle and they have a full squad together with Footballist. Footballist at the second last place, but now they still have a full squad towards the later stage of the game. Alpha 7, looks like they need to get out of this. They are playing by the edge of the zone. Can they actually find a way to get in there? But NAVI is probably going to stop them from moving anywhere further. But in front of them, Footballist is waiting. Whoa! What a nade there! Taking a Matic as well as Ziggs!
That mafioso grenade is just really in the back for them, and Matic got knocked down. 2 of them actually. Alpha 7, I'm surprised he didn't rush in to get in for the kill, but they are waiting for because there's something stuck in between the tunnel. It's gonna be a vehicle, so that's why they haven't rushed in. Just what they finish up. Wait, what happened? Alpha 7 can't feel move, and instead of NAVI, wipe the floor clean out of Alpha 7's face, and Footballs will be the next contenders for NAVI next.
What happened indeed? They had the upper hand. They had the first grenade knock. But then again, well, they weren't ready for the onslaught coming in from NAVI. But now that means NAVI managed to get into the zone. And now the next zone will favor home. We'll need to wait and see here, ladies and gentlemen. But NAVI, at least they are in a really, really good position together with Footballist. And now Kangzo has been taken out by Lutz. What a great play there. And the circle favors Footballist a little bit more. Circle loves them more, Choo Choo.
This pits off drain is just really a good play from Lutz. Just pick and shoot every single time you do that. He does that. He gets one. And now probably gonna get 2. While Footballist, oh, this is not too careful for NAVI. Oh boy, got Nate down by Lovazin. They are doing the same tactic they fighting against Alpha 7 just now. And they are doing it quite fast. Football's Lovazin trying to rush into NAVI, but there's too much smoke. Too thick for them to go through, so they have to play it quite safe. On the side of Nova, XQF, Jimmy, the only remaining survivor for his team, trying to buy the time as much as possible. We only have 5 teams left. The ball is on the state of their own medicine. 4-5, taking one down with that grenade. and Copa landing one more, hoping it will just pin them down. In the end, it's a bugger for them, but it's gonna be the end for XQF4. Now, footballers still have Lutz on their side. Soul K screaming for aid, but nobody can reach him. He's trying to revive, but Magic will rush him for now. He's trying to get advantage. Well, Magic also kind of busy with whatever the shots coming out from outside. It's gonna be Team Sugar Jin trying to find a victim for themselves, while Kopai and the rest of Pubg, they only have 2 of them, but they are playing this very, very intelligently, very deep.
Absolutely, timing is just great here for Navi. And while they move in, they try to take a couple of knocks on the left and right. At the same time, you can see that old boy take out Kopai and TT. Looks like he's been taken out. PW 888 will be eliminated at 4th place, Choo.
Oh no, it's not done yet. Now we're still fighting against footballers. This is the longest, I say, duel between these 2 teams. They have been competing against each other in this area, in this compound for such a long time. And they are the ones that have been staying down here forever. Team Secret Gene, the only team that's not inside the drainage for now. But in the meantime, we do have to wait for the 8th circle. The 8th circle will determine who will be favored as the winner. And it's going to be, oh boy, Browning, crouching, almost the wipe. Oh my goodness, me, the knees are real. Pinning them down, pressuring at that corner so hard they cannot even pick up. But they're gonna return the favor here. But it will not be that much yet. Oh, never mind me.
It's okay. My goodness, okay. Managed to get another one knocked down here. Oh, Lutz! He's been knocked down by Oboy. Navi now have the upper hand from the other side. The J-Mates, they managed to push themselves into the other side where football is. Hang on to it first, but now Navi 2v1. They're going to rush in, and Oboy now at the forefront here. They can see that one person right in front is coming out here for No Boy. And look at this! Navi managed to be the king of the drainage area. My goodness, what an amazing play by Navi!
I have to give credit how Navi suppresses footballers to stay in that corner forever. Well, now it's next contender. The last one for them to take down 2v3 here. Very romantic. 666. Can he stay alive? Can he stay down? Or should he just sacrifice himself for the sake of position? 2v3. Has the higher ground, but it's not enough. This covers this barrier they have. Their fortress for Navi is strong. They have 4 walls backed up for them. But Navi, in the meantime, will not be favored by the circle. Team Secret Gene will be inside of a circle. Guys, open plane! It's 1v1! And now Oboy is standing up as well. It's 2v1 Navi! This is the time they should just pop themselves out of from drainage and just get that one particular person. Team Secret Gene, Kengzo, exposed himself. He got fished out. It's gonna be Oboy versus Kengzo. It's man to man now.
Oh boy, what's the Kengzo? And now, oh boy, with that smart flanking. Now Kengzo, and oh boy, secures it. Winner, chicken dinner for Navi, ladies and gentlemen, with 13 kills for Navi in the chicken dinner today. Wow, my goodness.